This might be my new favorite designer of all time. I've only had this bottle for about a month and a half, 2 months, but it's one of the greatest fragrances I've ever smelled. Definitely my top three of designers. My top three in designers has changed drastically, actually. And it's because of fragrances like Dior, Fahrenheit Le Parfum. This right here is an absolute masterpiece. Now, if you don't know what the original Fahrenheit smells like, or you don't know about it, originally released in 1988, Dior Fahrenheit was infamously known for smelling a little bit like mature gasoline, but like in a very sexy, masculine way. Never got that with the original. Granted, I've smelled formulations that are far beyond 1988. I don't know what original Dior Fahrenheit smells like, but the Fahrenheit that I'm familiar with does not smell like gasoline. The violet leaf in there, it smells like a good fragrance. It's just very masculine. This right here still has a little bit of that ozonic violet leaf vibe with a little bit of suede, but add some vanilla, add some rum, smooth it out, and you get a masterpiece of a fragrance. This right here is a very, very special fragrance because it is very difficult to find, especially in the States. I bought this when FragranceNet got a good amount of this in stock. I'm pretty sure it's sold out by now, but I would give it a check at FragranceNet. Makes me want Dior on Parfum like a lot more. This was one of the two fragrances on my designer bucket list that I wanted to get, and I finally have it. Masterpiece right here. This is one of the greatest fragrances I've ever smelled, designer or niche. This right here, that's so fucking good. You need to try it. Special occasion, like a bold baller scent. If you want to smell like $1,000,000, like a sexy $1,000,000 man, this is like the easiest recommendation I could make. It is a parfum, performs like a true parfum, doesn't really project all that loud, but when you get that scent trail, it is a thick scent trail and you will not be able to miss it. It doesn't necessarily fill a room if you don't overspray. Obviously, if you overspray, it's going to fill the room. When you're able to keep your sprays in moderation, or like just 1 to 2 sprays, which I really don't recommend, but if that's the type of person you are, this is something that when people get close to you, like hug you, handshake you, greet you and all that, they're going to smell it and they're going to be extremely captivated. This is one of the few fragrances where I do think less is more, because the scent trail is so potent. Not pungent, but potent. Like, it smells extremely good, but it's thick. It's not airy like Chanel or Edition Blanche. It does make a little bit more of a statement. That one is more so easygoing, unique, and has a really light trail. This trail is pretty heavy. Oh man, it smells so good though. Perfect for fall and winter, night out, dressed to the nines, or just something you want to smell like $1,000,000 baller. This is the fragrance you go with. I know that it's not the easiest thing to find, but if you have it, you understand it. And I know there's been countless reviews on this, like there have been with something like L'Homme Edition Blanche, but for good reason, because this is fucking incredible. You got to try it if you have the chance. There are samples out there, there are decanters out there that'll sell the samples for affordable prices, but you gotta find a way to not necessarily secure a bottle, but test out a bottle for yourself at like a department store that somehow has it. If you find it at duty free, test it out at duty free. If you find it at another like fragrance shop or something, have them spray it on you, because it is an experience worth having if you've never had it before. This might be my favorite designer fragrance of all time. Always has been Dior Mentons, but Fahrenheit Le Parfum. If you're a frag head, if you want to smell serious yet playful, if you are serious into fragrances, please try this if you haven't. I can't vouch for it enough. Performance on here is pretty much like monstrous when it comes to longevity. I get an easy 10 hours beyond 10 hours, but it's not necessarily a suffocating 10 hours. That's what I love about it, is that it doesn't wear you out as the wearer if you don't overspray it. There's some parfums out there or elixirs out there, like Dior Sauvage Elixir, Le Mal Le Parfum, things like that, where if you spray 1, 2, 3 times, like in the same area, it's going to suffocate the shit out of you. It's a little more difficult to do that with Dior Fahrenheit Le Parfum. I pray and I hope that you try it if you are serious into fragrances.